Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter. And please subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you, as long as this sports and as long as this Chelsea related. Right about here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your very host, Abu KALS, as I'm definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest trade as it comes in the camp of Chelsea. And we've got quite great news really coming in, and I am quite happy to bring to you the latest of news when it comes to the club Chelsea. It will be remembered that we've got transfer news to talk about. We've got quite extremely close deals. We are talking about MOISES CAICEDO. We're talking about Romelu Lukaku, and not forgetting the one and only Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who is one of the best strikers, I must say, and he's heading for an exit of the club. You'll remember that the club Chelsea had a very wonderful game, and every club really should get worried about the club Chelsea. And I'm telling you that the fact that Chelsea has won this game 5-0. This was a game between Chelsea and Wrexham, and this has been a brilliant game. And I must say that I liked the way the boys really had to play. They played quite well. It was a brilliant game for the club Chelsea, with Ian Maatsen scoring 2 times, and that was in the 3rd minute. And in the 42nd minute, then Mauricio Pochettino has had to think again about loaning him, whether he should be loaned or remaining at the club. But Ian Maatsen really said that he's going to talk to Mauricio Pochettino about if there is any possibility of loaning him. Then Mauricio Pochettino shouldn't even be thinking about it, because he wants to play for the club Chelsea. And really, the second football player who scored has been put to one of the football players who could be leaving the club. But really, they are playing quite well, and I must say, Mauricio Pochettino is going to be revising his decisions, really. Conor Gallagher really is also one who scored in the 80th minute, and it was quite a brilliant one. And not forgetting that Christopher Nkunku came from the bench at halftime and scored in the 90th minute, and that made it 4 goals. And Ben Chilwell, before we talk about even Ben Chilwell, you'll remember that Christopher Nkunku is really a very wonderful one, very good one. He's really he came in from RB Leipzig, and he's been performing quite well. He came in from RB Leipzig and has been playing very well in his training, and this game has really showed his potential. And it was quite a good deal that the club Chelsea got off RB Leipzig. And then the last football player who scored was none other than Ben Chilwell, who scored in the 93rd minute. Ben Chilwell is a very good one, a wonderful one. That was a good and beautiful game. And not forgetting that there were quite a big number of football players who really weigh on this game. It will be remembered that the new entrant Angelo Gabriel was also in this game, and has played quite well, absolutely well. And not forgetting that the one and only whom are we talking about? Nicholas Jackson also has been on this game, and he played very well. There was quite a good combination, a very wonderful combination between Ian Maatsen and Nicholas Jackson, the pair sharing the 2 goals with 2 assists from the football player Ian, from 2 assists from Nicholas Jackson, the new entrant who comes to the club Chelsea from Villarreal. And now Ian Maatsen, who is really been loaned on a couple of times, but a big number of clubs are interested in him. But Mauricio Pochettino might not be selling after this good exposure of talent. And I will be remembered still that there are quite a number of games that the club is going to be playing. It will be remembered that Chelsea is this game between Wrexham and Chelsea has been completed, and now Chelsea is looking at the second game really. The next game that's going to be played is going to be on Sunday, the 23rd of July, and that will be between Brighton. Brighton is a hard side really, with quite big talent, so it's going to be another test for the club Chelsea. Not forgetting that the 3rd game that is going to be played in a row after this one is going to be Newcastle United, and that is on the Thursday of 27th July. And really, that's gonna also be a very good game for the club Chelsea. So really, Chelsea's doing quite well, I must say. And must say the club Wrexham was dismantled 5-0, dismantled, destroyed. They didn't have even one single goal. I mean, it's really Chelsea's doing quite well, and Mauricio Pochettino is really managing the boys quite well, and we're hoping that winning ways continue and extend to the Premier League. Then we can definitely have a beta Chelsea. We can definitely be seeing a beta Chelsea, have a beta Chelsea. Anyway, let us know what you definitely think in the comment section, and please subscribe and ring that notification bell, as we definitely are going to be heading into the transfer section. Who's going where? Who's remaining at the club? Who is the club selling? Who's not remaining at the club? Who is the club buying? Who is extremely close? Whom should we start with? Let's start with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I hope you remember that Aubameyang is one of the best strikers in by the look of things and by what we've gathered from the club Chelsea. It is reportedly said that Mauricio Pochettino does not have him in his plans. Quite unfortunate that Mauricio Pochettino is not prepared to work with him at the club Chelsea. And it is reportedly said that he's already had a medical done with Olympique de Marseille, and that's how close this deal is. He's definitely leaving the club Chelsea and going to Olympique de Marseille. It will be remembered that he's not even been part of the team that went to it's not been part of the team that went to that played Wrexham, I think. And I think I'm very sure about that, because when I see the team that played against Wrexham, there was he wasn't available really. Nicholas Jackson was the football player that was on there. Raheem Sterling on the bench. Ben Chilwell, Gallagher. He was not there. Christopher Nkunku. He did not even travel. That really shows you how serious this is. It's definitely very, very serious. He's leaving the club Chelsea. Then Romelu Lukaku, the fact that the club Chelsea also is seeing different opinions and options on how they can sort out Romelu Lukaku. It will be remembered that Romelu Lukaku is also one of the football players that is heading for an exit of the club. But Mauricio Pochettino really still thinks that there is a big possibility that Romelu Lukaku can come back to the club Chelsea and bring a bit of change at the club Chelsea, can bring his expertise to the club Chelsea. However, having said that, there are quite a big number of clubs that are interested in Romelu Lukaku, with some of the clubs being Juventus and Inter Milan also. Inter Milan saying they want to keep him, Juventus saying they also need him. And Inter Milan has looked to have Inter Milan might have walked away of this transfer after realizing that Juventus is in this transfer. It will be noted that Lukaku at first he said no to Saudi League clubs. Saudi clubs in the Saudi Pro League approached him on signing for them, but he looked to be uninterested and he chased them away. But the pressure is still on, and they are now talking. He's talking to Saudi Pro League clubs, and there is a big possibility that he could be moving to the Saudi Pro League clubs. Anyway, let's hope everything really moves on quite well for the club Chelsea, and really I hope that Romelu Lukaku really gets a good club and he plays for the club, as him being in the Premier League might not help, as he's not performed as he's performed when he's been in Europe. So keeping him might be a waste of time. Anyway, let's talk about Nicholas Jackson. Sorry, not Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson is done. Let's talk about MOISES CAICEDO. MOISES CAICEDO is a Brighton and Hove football player who plays as a defensive midfielder for the Premier League club Brighton and Hove and the Ecuadorian national team. It will be remembered that he's one of those football players that have always been admired by the current manager of Chelsea, and that's Mauricio Pochettino. And it is reportedly said that after the first bid of £60 million was was declined. It was definitely rejected by Brighton and Hove. Chelsea put in the second bid, which was £70 million. And this £70 million bid was also rejected by Brighton and Hove. And right about now, at the club, Chelsea is saying they are not giving up on MOISES CAICEDO, not for even a single minute. And MOISES CAICEDO, Chelsea is going to be putting in the third bid that is anticipated to be around 80 million euros, not euros, pounds. And 80 million pounds really should seal the deal, as the club Brighton and Hove are saying they need 100. If the worst comes to the worst, then Chelsea is going to be paying that figure, 100 million pounds for MOISES CAICEDO, because from what we gathered, Chelsea cannot not have MOISES CAICEDO. Anyway, thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter, and please subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you, as long as it's sports and as long as it's Chelsea related, right about here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your very host, Abu KALS. Thank you and goodbye for now.